Hello, guys. Hope you are doing fantastic. We are actually starting about half an hour earlier than usual because there is so much happening this week. I wanted to jump on, get this one done because I'm on a little bit later. I'm on in the human body group going on here around 2 o'clock. I've got just stuff, man, just stuff. It's summer, it's convention week, and I wanted to jump on here real quick because I didn't want us to forget to do this class. We are talking about Super B, which is for reals. I'm going to say it's one of my top 5. I was trying to figure it out the other day on where they come in that row of ones for me that are like non-negotiable. And Super B is the one. I have said for years, literally years, that I could probably do a full weekend seminar just on the power of vitamin Bs, the whole family, and what they do for us, and how they affect me. My world has been radically changed because of all the vitamin Bs, and I'm going to give you a bit on that today, and I'm going to break down each of the ones and why they do stuff. But I'm starting with my oils. I hope you are too. Today I have my Cool Azul oil, not my cream, which I always have too. I love these guys. But I'm taking my Cool Azul for only one reason. Only one reason. Ready? I love the aroma. I love how I feel when I breathe it in. I can feel it all in my sinuses. I can feel it down in my lungs. Love this one. You can rub it on topically. You can rub it on, lower back, legs, arms, wherever you need to. But for me right now, I've got no aches and pains, no nothing like that. I just love the aroma. And I just did a little bit of stress away because I get nervous sometimes, not always, but sometimes when I do my Facebook Lives, I get a little nervous, and the stress away helps to take that away so I can relax and know that the only people that are watching are people that know me, and they're good with any of the mistakes I make, so I'm okay with that. And then I'm rolling on abundance. So this is convention week. If you're going to convention, give me a whoop whoop if you're going to be there in person. If you're watching on live, give me a woohoo. So whoop whoop for in person. Woohoo! So if you're watching it virtually, which I am doing a virtual, I'm going to be watching it from home like you guys, lots of stuff. And I'm super excited that we have that option. So, they started that option because we all got put in lockdown, and they kept it this year for us. And I don't know if they're going to have it next year. So I'm setting my intention, and I hope you're setting your intention that you're going to be there live in person so we can hug necks and so we can see each other and feel that amazing energy. So all week I will be posting stuff about convention. I may even pop on a couple times and share some stuff. And remember, every Thursday at 6 o'clock, every single Thursday at 6 o'clock, we have a brand partner Zoom, and we're going to be going over all the new stuff that you guys are going to finally get to hear about at convention. So we're going to go over some stuff that's being a little bit tweaked, some good stuff, and you're going to be really excited. You're going to want to be there. And you can find all of the links for all of that on my website, shannonhudsonyl.com. It's just a resource page, and you can go under events and then go under Facebook Lives, and you're going to find all the stuff that we do and all the links to get to all the stuff. And then if you, instead of going to events, if you go under resources, you will find all of the videos, all of the handouts, all the stuff that we make and do. You'll find PowerPoints that you can use to teach and share, all the things. So it's a resource page that is free for everybody. You don't have to be in my group. Just go there, take what you need, edit it out, use it, share it, do what you need to do, because we're all about Team Young Living. We're just all about that. So go in there, use the stuff. So again, whoop whoop, WHOOP if you're going to be at convention in person, and a woohoo, WHOOO if you're going to be watching it virtually. And then next Saturday, June 25th, we're having an in-person convention party, farm day, right here in Grand Blanc. We're going to be outside. It's going to be potluck. Bring your people, all this stuff. And if you want to go ahead and register. Grab a ticket. Tickets are free. We're going to be having a make and take for everybody that comes. You get, and we're doing it. It's from products that you're going to get from convention. So these will be some fun things. Everybody gets one of those. We'll have Ninja Red. We'll have the lavender lemonade, just all kinds of fun stuff. Everybody welcome. You just have to register so we know how many supplies to have. So make sure you go in and take care of that as well. All right, I think that's all my commercials. And I'm going to jump in here and I'm going to speak really, really fast, but remember, it's recorded. You can jump in later. So if you already take Super B, in the comments, let me see a raised hand or a yes or a me or B, something. Let me know you're already taking your Super B. And if I share something you didn't know about it, let me know, because that means that's stuff I need to focus on for other people when I'm teaching the class, because if you didn't know, there's other people that don't know. So I am constantly talking about the importance of your B vitamins. They are a game changer. I truly believe they're a game changer, and we're going to break them each down. So your B vitamins are a group of 8 water-soluble vitamins that are essential for cellular function inside our body, like non-negotiable. And together, those 8 beautiful vitamins work on your brain, they work on your memory, they work on energy production in the body, they work on your nerve function, they work on DNA and RNA repair, synthesis, the whole gamut. They're emotionally uplifting, they're balancing, they're methylated, so you don't have to worry about that. They're perfect. Works on digestion, enzyme production. Like a lot of people, when they start taking things like our Essential Zyme 4, they're like, oh my gosh, Anna, my urine is so yellow, what's happening? It's because the enzymes partner together, so we're able to absorb vitamin B's better, and you'll see that because normal, natural urine should be yellow with those extra vitamin B's in there. They are heart function. So think about this: cholesterol, blood pressure, heart rate. Those are B vitamins in general. Work with the way your heart is supposed to beat and function. It's part of its job. Hair, skin, nails, wound repair, rashes, scaly things, all those things. Vitamin B is a piece of that. So think about that your own body. Neurotransmitter production. So we've been doing a lot of talk about your neurotransmitters, your GABA, your serotonin, your adrenaline, your norepinephrine, your all the things, right? Vitamin B's are a part of the neurotransmitter productions. They're huge and important. And all your B vitamins, all of them, they work together to convert food from its whole pieces, like a whole carbohydrate, and turn it into fuel as glucose, so then it's in those small pieces that your body can absorb. This is huge. That's how we get energy, and your B vitamins play a role in that synthesis. They help your nervous system to be able to function properly. When you have the weird tingling and the weird numbness, that could just be your body is begging you to make sure you're eating some foods that have your vitamin B's in there. So we're going to break them down individually. So the first one is B1 or thiamine. This one is super important for vision, for heart, for nerve function. Vitamin B1 helps prevent complications in your nervous system, your brain, your muscles, your heart, your stomach, all those different parts. It helps to prevent diseases that involve the heart, your nerves, digestive system. Thiamine deficiency can sometimes lead to a heart failure, shortness of breath, irregular heart rates, blurry vision, fatigue, vision loss, all of those things. And it's found, so this is something you can do easy. It's found in beef liver. It is found in grains. It's found in nuts. It's found in seeds, black beans, pork. So when I say make your big green salad with all the different colors and sprinkle on your chia seeds and throw on all the different stuff, those bits and pieces are going to help your body to balance so many things, and that's one of the 8 vitamins, right? Then you've got B2 or riboflavin. This one helps to support your eyes. It reduces that eye fatigue, so especially if you're on the computer a lot or you drive and towards the end of the day your eyes are getting dried out, it helps to support cataracts so our eyes stay healthy. Riboflavin also calms and maintains a healthy nervous system, keeps it in balance. B2 is necessary for red blood cell production, healthy liver, your skin, beautiful healthy skin, your hair, your eyes. It helps the nervous system be able to function properly, and you can find it in food like milk and yogurt and cheese and almonds and hard-boiled eggs, spinach. all of those are really good sources of riboflavin. So it's just making sure that you're adding those bits and pieces into your diet. Again, I've always told you, vegan, carnivore, keto, whatever lifestyle, dietary thing you're choosing, make sure you're adding whole foods. It's about the whole foods, because the whole foods are going to be where you're going to find the nutrients, and the nutrients are what feeds those little cells in your body. Then you've got B3 or niacin. This one is super essential for skin health. It's important for overall nervous system function, digestive system. It helps to lower cholesterol and or just keep cholesterol healthy. Isn't that where we want to be? It keeps our cholesterol healthy. It eases arthritis. It boosts brain function, so you feel that sharpness, so that you hear something and you catch something and you move with it. Niacin is a part of that. It is really important in circulation and vasodilation. That's why some people report when they're using niacin, they'll get like a prickly red rash all over their body, and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm allergic. You're not allergic. It's that your body, the veins are literally dilating. So what you have is blood flow rushing through all of your veins and that circulatory system, and it will show up as a little prickly red rash, and it goes away in 30 minutes or so, but it can get really, really hot. You'll be like, oh my gosh, like your whole top of your head all the way down to your little feet. It doesn't happen with normal dosage. It's when you're taking huge amounts of it, and it's because it's just working on that circulatory system. Every vein in your body gets dilated like it's supposed to. It's okay. So that's just with, like I said, high doses. Not dangerous, just blood flowing. For some, it can get really intense. Just know, breathe through it, you're going to be okay. Dementia, diarrhea, dermatitis, these are all really common symptoms of a vitamin B3 deficiency. And get this, niacin, B3 is found in all protein containing foods. So if you are counting your protein grams, which we really should, those amino acids, your body needs them so much for so many different things, but in so doing, you're going to make sure that your niacin, your B3 is where it's supposed to be, so you can have that healthy circulation going on. That's just such a really big one. Then you have B5 or pantothenic acid, and this is when people always think hair, nails, hair, nails. No, that's a side effect. It's a beautiful side effect. That's why it's in all the different shampoos and it's trigger words and stuff like that. But it really assists in the regulation of hormones that can cause you to feel stressed or anxious or all uptight. B5 helps to balance your cortisol and your adrenaline so that you have a normal reaction. Somebody cuts out in front of you and you're always like, ah, and you freak out. It may be just B5 is a little out of alignment. So making sure you get enough B5 so your body can do it. Again, this is one that works on that digestive tract. It actually partners with a lot of the gut flora that we have so that it can proliferate and do its job as well. It also helps to support those red blood cells, helps to make those. You know I'm all about that game. It is great for hair, nails, skin, and it is found in things like eggs and fish and sweet potatoes and broccoli. Those are things you can incorporate in so you can have that long, healthy, thick hair that you're wanting. I'm just saying those are some things we can do, because then the side effect is you're a nicer you, you're a calmer you, you're a happier you. And isn't that the kind of you we want to be? We know stuff is going to happen, but we need to be able to handle it and flow with it. That's one of the ones. B6 or pyridoxine. B6. It influences your brain processes development. It helps with neurotransmitters. So this is one that's going to kick out things like your GABA and serotonin and dopamine and noradrenaline and histamine and glycine and D-serine and all these amazing things. This is a part of your central nervous system so that we have that flow we're supposed to have. All of those neurotransmitters feeling good and moving like we're supposed to. B6 is also amazing for the myelin sheath. So around every single nerve in your body, every single one, you have this casing that goes around it, kind of like if you have an electrical cord. On the outside of your electrical cord, you have all these electrical wires where information is going, right? But around it, there is plastic as an insulator to insulate that wire. That's your myelin sheath. It's an insulator to your entire nervous system. And B6 feeds and supports the myelin sheath. This is a really big deal. It helps with memory, so we can remember things and be able to have that focus and concentration. And good food sources are things like bananas and brewer's yeast and beans and eggs and sunflower seeds, all those seeds we're always talking about. You're going to get a lot of B6 just adding those to your diet. Then we've got B7 or biotin. Again, what do we always think of? Okay, so we think of beautiful skin, we think of long, thick hair, long nails, but biotin is so much more. It is so much more. Biotin's needed for the formation of all the fatty acids and glucose metabolism in your body. So we eat fats, and biotin helps to break down and put those in a form that our body can use them. It partners with that, so we get that absorption happening in the body. Specifically, B7 helps to feed the brain. Whose brain needs a little fuel? I'm just saying, I know that mine continually needs that. By doing that, you can eat some simple things: cauliflower, egg yolks, peanuts, mushrooms. A deficiency can be avoided just by making sure you're getting those in your body. And some of the signs of a deficiency are dry, scaly skin, depression, hallucinations, cracked sore. If you have a cracks in your tongue or a sore tongue or spices really hurt and cause problems, it is probably just biotin. So up some of those things we just talked about. Make sure you're getting those foods in your daily diet so that your body is able to respond. So that big, red, swollen tongue, you're biting your tongue all the time, just think about that. That's it. Those are some easy additions that you can do to your diet. B9 or folate. It's long been praised for its cell generating role. It's one of those that years ago they started actually collecting funds to make sure that mamas were getting their folate so that the babies didn't have neural tube deformities. They didn't have brain damage. So we know how important folate is for the brain. And if it's so good for the brain for our littles, don't you think it's important for us, for our brain? Well, the science has shown that it has. It can prevent against a variety of cancers, heart disorders, strokes. It helps to build muscles. It helps to form hemoglobin. We're back to the blood again. Essential role in mental and emotional disorders. And food. You know what food you can do? You can do things like spinach and liver and asparagus and Brussels sprouts. All those green things that we're always talking about. That mega amount, 3 cups of greens a day. Dude, it's going to increase your folate so that your brain is going to turn on. So you're going to have that thought function. I'm just saying there's so many things when we look at our diet and things we can bring into it that can just turn things on for us. It's huge. Then we've got B12. So our B12 is methylated. Our folate is the right type of folate. So even if you have methylation issues, these are going to be able to absorb. So B12 is proper neural transmission and speed, so that thoughts go and they come back and forth and they fire like they're supposed to. It's a part of DNA replication. This is so huge. Again, B12 is a part of that swollen tongue that we just talked about. It plays a role in diabetes, cognitive performance, that fatigue. If you're older and you're having fatigue and you go see your doctor, one of the first things they do is check your B12, and they'll start giving you B12 shots because it helps with energy metabolism. It helps with that fatigue. It helps our brain to be able to think and function. A severe deficiency can cause memory loss, even dementia, and it's found in, it's easy, y'all. It's found in meat. It's found in dairy products. I do want to put a side note out here that people that have acid reflux and they take stuff for that acid reflux, they take stuff for the acid reflux, it's harder for their body to absorb B12 because of that. So make sure you chat with your doctor about it. If you do have that and you know then you need to make sure you're having your B12 checked, in addition to making sure you're getting good dietary sources of that B12. The other one that can do that is oh my gosh, it's for diabetes. Metformin. Metformin is another one that makes it hard for our body to absorb B12. So I'm not saying to stop any of that stuff. I'm saying if you know you are on either of those, then talk to your doctor. Let them know. Ask them to check your B12 to see where you are. It's just some common sense things. Some doctors, when they put somebody on metformin, they just put them on willy-nilly and they don't follow up with that. So make sure you do. Then some other doctors are phenomenal and they will watch for that, because you can start losing your clarity. You can have memory loss. You can have, like I said, that big swollen tongue, that painful, like eating anything that has any type of a pepper in it, even a really mild thing, can be really painful and cause welts and irritation, and that's some of the B vitamins that are missing. So those are just an overview of what B vitamins do and where you can find them. Make sure you're adding them to your lifestyle, eating those foods to increase your body's ability. So now I want to talk about our amazing Super B on its own. This lovely, amazing little supplement is a massive powerhouse. So it contains all 8 of those B vitamins, along with bioavailable chelated minerals that help to maintain healthy energy levels. They support cardiovascular health, cognitive function. They ease those stressors. Like we're all going to have stress. Stress happens. It's just a part of the world that we live in. And this is going to help to bring that balance in there. And our Super B features Organ FA, which is a natural folate derived from lemon peels, and then it's the methylated B12 that we have in there. So super easy to absorb, gentle on everybody's body. This is the good stuff. We are talking seriously absorption. In addition, our Super B is combined with nutmeg essential oil. Now, nutmeg, you guys know, is all about the zen. It's a very calming oil. It helps us with those everyday stressors. It has those beautiful addition of antioxidants. It supports cognitive function, immune system, cleansing properties. It's all about balancing those normal stressors. So in this bottle right here, RB1 or our thiamine has 25 milligrams, which, so you know, is 2,083% of the RDA. So it's a really good source, a high source. You're getting that so in an absorbable form. Our B12 or riboflavin is 25 milligrams. That is 1,923% of your RDA. Our B3 or niacin is 35 milligrams with 219% of your RDA. Our B5, the pantothenic acid, that's 15 milligrams, which is 300% of your RDA. If you don't know what RDA is, RDA means recommended daily allowance. So that's what the government says. You gotta have at least this. That's their minimums. So B6 or our pyridoxine is 25 milligrams, and that's 1,471% of your RDA. B7 or biotin is 150 micrograms, and that is 500% of your RDA. B9 or our folate is 667 micrograms, which is 167% of your RDA. And our B12 is 100 micrograms, 4,167% of your RDA. This is why I'm so big on making sure you get, this is such a simple, they're 2 little tablets. They're just these little baby tablets, super easy to swallow, super easy to take, something you can incorporate into your diet. In addition to the B vitamins and the nutmeg in there, we have those bioavailable chelated minerals. So first, what does chelated mean? I know you guys hear it all the time, but do you even know what that means? So chelated means it creates a ring-like complex around something. In loose terms, it's to grab on or bond to. So when you have a mineral, depending on what you've already got in your gut, what you've been eating, anything you eat is going to partner with what's already in there. So fat increases the mineral absorption, where fiber will decrease the mineral absorption, right? Vitamin C significantly increases the absorption of iron from plant foods. So if you are a vegan, making sure you're eating something high in C when you're eating things that have iron, you're going to get more absorption. And the reason why is because they bond together and the C takes it into the cell. So a chelated mineral means that it is already bonded, usually with an amino acid, because our body absorbs amino acids, proteins really well. It's bonded together so that now it can be carried into the cell and not accidentally bond with the fiber that you have in your stomach, or taking with like zinc. Taking zinc will decrease the amount of copper absorption you have. So if you know that you have too much copper, which can happen, you can take zinc, and zinc will help because it bonds to the copper, take it out of your body, right? Or if you're like, dude, I don't have enough copper, because it happens, then you want to make sure that you're not taking that zinc with it. The beauty by doing the chelated, so that they're already bonded, I don't have to worry about what I eat with or without stuff, because it already has its partner. It's already bonded with something, so I can get the absorption. Does that make sense? I hope I said it in a way that you guys can understand it. So our chelated minerals that come in our Super B are calcium, magnesium, manganese, selenium, and zinc. And I'm going to give you just a little bit on them. Now, each of those minerals, each one does tons of different stuff. I'm just going to kind of tell you why Gary would have partnered them in our vitamin B. So calcium is a mineral that we're super familiar with. Like, we all know that one. But did you know that calcium and B12 depend on each other, that bonding, for bone mineral density and overall absorption. So you're going to get more absorption of one when it has the partner with it. It's also going to help it get into those bones like we need it to. Amazing things. I love that Gary thought of those as he was creating stuff for us, and he put the pieces together. So then we have magnesium. This is a mighty mineral for your body. Among other roles, it aids in the processing of hundreds of different enzymes, which are all used to break down food, and it aids in that energy production. You know how I said that all your B vitamins help to break down carbohydrates into glucose and get those into the cell? Well, your magnesium partners with that. It aids in the production of nucleic acid and protein synthesis. It's an ion transport, cell signaling, so many different things. It's all about absorption. All the ones that are in here are absorbing and partnering with what B vitamins already do. And then we've got manganese. This one helps with protein and amino acid digestion and utilization. It helps with metabolism of things like cholesterol and carbohydrates. Manganese helps your body utilize a bunch of vitamins, choline, which is kind of a B vitamin, but not really a vitamin. We'll go into that another day. It helps with B1 and thiamine, BC, BE, vitamin E rather. It ensures proper liver function. It's just a powerful little mineral that we don't talk about very much, but you also don't need huge amounts of it. Then we've got selenium. Selenium is a trace mineral. It comes really high. You can get high amounts of it in things like Brazil nuts. It works for cognition and immune function. Selenium is a nutrient that plays a key role in maintaining your thyroid, the thyroid hormones, metabolism of DNA, synthesis, protecting the body. There's a connection to B6 and B12 absorption when it comes to having that little bit of selenium. Really important. Then you've got zinc. Zinc has really been in the news this past couple of years, but it's a powerful antioxidant that supports your eyes, your heart health, while making sure your immune system is functioning strong like it's supposed to. It helps to other nutrients to absorb better from the food that you're eating. So the more nutrients you're going to absorb, zinc, the more zinc. They just kind of go hand in hand. Overall body function. The last one I'm going to talk about is neither a vitamin or a mineral. It kind of got kicked out of the list, 20 years ago. And it is PABA, or para-amino benzoic acid. Sometimes it's called B10 or BX, but it's not really a vitamin anymore. They took it out of that from being a B vitamin because it's a precursor to B9. So I don't know if you know, but the whole B family used to really just be called vitamin B. And now they've broken down all of its pieces, and B10 is one of those that they went, well, it really doesn't stand alone. It's only a precursor, but it helps to support healthy red blood cells. It's important, like to runners, it increases the amount of oxygen that their body can hold and utilize in those beautiful red blood cells. But again, it's not considered its own unit. It did used to be. It's been taken out of it. It's kind of the Pluto. It's a Pluto of the B vitamins. So that's the PABA. If you do some research on it, you'll see that, some skincare, people put it in the skincare, and there's yes and no on whether or not it helped. And there's a couple of countries that actually took it out of all of their skincare stuff. Whole long thing that you can do on that. But just know that you wouldn't have it comes from things like brewer's yeast, meats, mushrooms, whole grain spinach. So I wouldn't have been rubbing brewer's yeast on my skin, right? I wouldn't have taken organ meat and rubbed it on my skin. So that nutrient itself needed to be digested. So from those food sources, you're going to get that, and it's going to partner with all the things. But that's why it's in with our B vitamins, our Super B. So this is a powerful one. I'm just going to really quick, how do you take it? So when you look at the back of it, it will tell you to take 2 with a meal. And so 2 with a meal. But I want you to know that every single time you get stressed out, every time something annoys you, every time something goes wrong, every time someone does something stupid on Facebook, every time somebody cuts out in front of you, we use up B vitamins. We use them a lot. So you know you better than anybody else. So personally, I take 2 Super B. I take 2 the second I wake up. It is on my nightstand, big glass of water. I have this. I have Thyromin. I have vitamin D, several that I take first thing in the morning. That is not with a pill. That is, with food, just those. And then I eat hours later. So I typically skip breakfast and I eat lunch later in the afternoon. And I will take 2 with my lunch, which is with a meal, with all my other supplements that I take. And then I typically take, I know this is a lot, but y'all, when you hear all the things that I just said, my little body needs those things. The TLC for the red blood cells, the energy, the calming the stressors, the myelin sheath, so many pieces that it speaks to my soul. I feel different when I'm consuming larger amounts. Now you can take 1, you could take 2, you could take 1 every other day. It is water soluble, so when you take them, what your body isn't going to use, and I think it's the 12 hour, about 12 hours out, your body's just going to start urinating it out. So you don't have to worry about getting too much. But for me, I need more than that. I actually get it in a couple other products. I'm not going to go in depth at all. I just want to let you know our Nitro, which I talk about a lot, has several of our B vitamins in there. It has niacin, it has B6, it has B12. They're already in here because of what it does for helping us to metabolize and get that energy we're supposed to have. In addition to that, I take 1 sleeve of our master formula every single day. So it has all kinds of parts and pieces, and I think I already did a big long class on this one, so I'm not going to go into it. But this is going to, for most people, give you more than enough vitamin Bs. So if you're taking this, maybe you don't need this one. Maybe you need this and this. Maybe you need this, that, and the other thing. I don't know. You know your body better than I do. I'm just letting you know it is water soluble. So you can take it when you're feeling it, when you're having a stressful day, when something crazy happens in your life, when your kid is in giving birth to a child, you might feel you need a little more energy and be able to handle the worry and the stress better. I don't know. Just know that you have it. This is it's like a $20 supplement. I'm not sure exactly, but at our wholesale pricing, it's really inexpensive for what it can give to you. And then again, make sure dietary sources. Food is always going to be better than any supplement that you can take. Making sure that you're getting your greens and your just real food, y'all. Real, that rainbow. You know I talk about it all the time. All right, you guys, God bless. I went a few minutes over. I was trying to stay around 30 minutes, but this recording will be put up. And if you've been using any of this stuff, feeling good, all the stuff, please let me know. If a friend sent you this message, get back with them. If you're like, oh my gosh, I need some Super B, get back with them. They will help you get your Super B. If you found me on YouTube or any of the other places my videos are at, send me a message. I'll be happy to help you get all your goodies. All right, you guys, God bless. Have an amazing day.